man is in jail tonight accused of firing into random cars and getting into a standoff with police.
But the WBTV Investigates team is asking a different question. Why wasn't he already in jail?
Investigative reporter David Hodges has been digging into the system that let that happen. Here's what he found.
Jared Starks had just been released from jail after being arrested, accused of stealing a car. And he was on post-release supervision after he had been released from state prison just earlier this year. Starks was convicted of 4 felonies back in 2020. He was released from North Carolina State Prison on post-release supervision, what used to be called parole, in February of this year. Just 3 months later, he was arrested again for larceny of a motor vehicle. Jail records show he was being held on both the new charges and a post-release supervision violation. But then on June 3rd, the car theft case was voluntarily dismissed to the grand jury, a legal maneuver in North Carolina that essentially pauses a case, freeing the defendant from jail while prosecutors and police prepare to bring charges before a grand jury. But Starks wasn't just facing new charges, he was still on post-release supervision. Even after the car theft case was dismissed, jail records show he was held in jail for 10 more days on that post-release supervision hold. He was released on June 16th after the Mecklenburg County Sheriff's Office said he had his post-release supervision probable cause hearing. Defense attorney Brad Smith told me defendants rarely get released in those types of situations.
They go to jail on new criminal offenses while they're on parole, and the moment they go to bond out, there's a post-release supervision hold there, and they don't get out of jail.
But according to both the Sheriff's Office and the Department of Adult Corrections, that's exactly what happened. Starks had his post-release supervision hearing and was released on parole, even though Smith says it's incredibly rare. I've asked the Department of Adult Corrections for an interview, but so far they haven't responded. I'm David Hodges, WBTV, on your side.